So yeah, so the business and commercial part is really interesting. I have a business listing right now that where the landlord is now thinking of selling her property. So I'm just wondering about the conflict of interest on both. Like, is there a conflict if I repped the landlord for her commercial property as well as maintaining the business ops representation?
And they're two different, so
Yeah.
the landlord wants to sell the property, the business owner, are they aware of that?
Yes. And I've warned the business owner, I said, now that the decision of selling her property is looming over her, you should get a lease because your business is not secured. I mean, they've had a cozy relationship over the years without a lease. And I
Yeah.
said, you just have to get a lease. And he asked me, are you going to represent her? And I said, well, she can sell her property with anybody she wants to, but currently I represent you. So get a lease, or you can buy the property.
Yeah, I mean, so if you wanna represent both, then I would have both of them sign waivers, conflict waivers, that just say, "Hey, there's a potential conflict of interest, and, there's no current actual conflict of interest." Um, so I would have them both sign waivers that say that they understand that you're gonna be representing the other and they agree to it, but also that if an actual conflict of interest does arise, then you basically need to back out of both, walk away from
Oh,
both.
what do you see
So
as a potential conflict that might, I mean, wouldn't it be better packaged to sell the business with the property or no?
it could be depends on the lease that gets negotiated, and so there is potentially an actual conflict if the seller of the property wants to increase the value of the property by increasing the lease and making it a longer term lease. Yes, that's going to increase potentially the value of the property. I don't know all the details on it. Um, but that's going to be detrimental to the business owner and to the business owner's value because now the rent is going to be higher, which means the SDE is going to be lower, and so you have a negative effect on your business. So it's dicey. It's dicey. I personally would probably, if you're already working with a business owner, I'd probably continue working with them and just have the seller maybe hold off if the seller of the property,
Property.
see if they would hold off until a business transaction is completed and then go that way, or if they really want to sell it, then you know try and find a friendly agent that you can work with.
Well, she just doesn't want to sign a new lease with a new tenant, so she wants to sell it.
Yeah,
That's
no, I get it.